Living in the 21st century, everyone is bound to have access to some type of technology and have an account on one or more social media sites. People can end friendships with one click of a button when they have access to technology. Text can be misinterpreted and comments and posts will never go away. Children need to understand the consequences that social media can bring to others, but also to themselves. Social media can have many effects on individuals, such as depression and anxiety. These effects accumulate to something as big as suicide and cause sociologists and parents to want to learn more about technology. Technology has been around since the late 1800s, allowing people to communicate with friends and family. During this time, Emil Durkheim and Ferdinand Tönnies were said to be the pioneers of social networks. In 1996, the first social media site was created, which was Lunarstorm in Europe. It was not until the 2000s that the United States saw its first social media site, MySpace. MySpace was the most popular social media platform until 2004, when Facebook was introduced. Facebook allows anyone 13 years of age or older to join their site, and in July 2010, it had more than 500 million users. Nowadays, everyone has access to technology, allowing them to be in contact with someone at any given time, which both sociologists and parents should be worried about. Sociologists should be interested in social media because it allows them to test theories of technological diffusion and also the fact that it allows for different types of communication. This should be of a concern for sociologists because social media or technology can lead to friendships being broken and many societal issues like anxiety and depression. Sociologists should not be the only ones concerned about social media and technology. Parents should also be concerned with technology because in mid-2000, there was an average of 500 million Americans that were going online in a single day. In a different research study on 2,000 teenagers, it found that 92% of them reported going online each day. Society should be concerned about technology because these teens could be going on social media in class, being cyberbullied, or conducting cyberbullying. With technology being more advanced today, students at any age like to go on social media sites or text friends during class. Cell phones are always around students and it constantly catches their attention and making them feel attached. In fact, on average, a college student will spend 5 to 9 hours per day on the cell phone and approximately 3.5 hours texting. They will also send around 77 to 102 texts each day, which they are probably sending in class. Similarly, youth will spend an average of 17 hours per week on the internet, and some are even spending 40 hours online. Because students are addicted to their phones, they will go on it during class. Most college students go online during class, and 10% of them will actually send a text while they are taking an exam. In one study conducted by Rosen and colleagues, they found that their participants spent an average of 6 minutes studying before task switching, often because they were distracted. In the same study, they found that when students use Facebook more, they will actually earn a lower GPA. Students are not paying attention when they are on their phone, causing them to miss valuable information from their teachers or professors. Students at any age are addicted to their phones, causing them to be distracted in class and while doing homework. But social media can not only cause them to drop their grades, but it can also cause them to be cyberbullied. With technological advancements occurring each year, cyberbullying is happening way more often than it should, causing people to have depression, anxiety, and way much more. First off, the definition of cyberbullying is the use of technology to cause harm to someone, which occurs through social media, text, email, and more. Cyberbullying can happen with anyone, however, it primarily happens with girls. Many people may think that there is only just one type of cyberbullying, but there is actually multiple. Some of these include harassment, flaming, outing, and impersonation. This type of behavior may occur because teenagers are more vulnerable to peer pressure and reduced ability for self-regulation. In one meta-analysis, it found that 2.2% to 56.2% of adolescents report being cyberbullied, and the Pew Research Center found that the percentage is 40%. In fact, a third of teens report that they have been messaged by someone that they did not know, and some of them even reported that they felt uncomfortable for the messages that they had received. Unfortunately, teens do not tell their parents about what they are experiencing on social media, leading them to experience depression, anxiety, isolation, and more. Parents need to be worried about what their kids are doing online because phones allow 24/7 contact with someone, making the child feel trapped at times. Sociologists have also been worrying because they think that technology is being used as a disruptive social force, according to an article by Parisi and Henson. In fact, sociologists should be concerned because in a study conducted by Kraut and colleagues, they gave 169 families in Pittsburgh computers and internet access for 2 years. The study reported that more internet came with declines in communication with family, declines in social circles, and increased loneliness and depression. The use of social media or any sort of technology is linked to depression, feeling lonely, anxiety, or being cyberbullied, causing adolescents to not want to talk to their parents because they feel trapped and sad, leading to something as big as suicide. One of the biggest problems with social media use is cyberbullying that can lead to suicide. According to the National Crime Prevention Council, cyberbullying sadly occurs in almost half of the children, causing children to think about suicide. In fact, in a 2013 study, 13.6% of adolescents that participated in the Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance Survey reporting having made a plan on how they would take their own life. Sadly, adolescents can find a plan anywhere, with the news being the biggest place for them to find a plan because of the details that they provide. Suicide is a problem, and it is the third most common cause of death among 10 to 14-year-olds, and the second leading cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds. One 13-year-old girl, Megan Mayer, took her own life after she was cyberbullied by one old friend's mother, Lori Drew. Lori Drew pretended to be a guy named Josh Evans and would flirt with Megan. One day, Josh suddenly told her that he was not interested in her, and she committed suicide. Another story with an adult is Tom Schuick. Tom was bullied by his political opponents and ended up taking his own life because of it. With so many technological advancements occurring each year, more people are becoming addicted to their phones, causing them to experience cyberbullying, depression, anxiety, and so much more.